What has been your opinion of meditation? 30 years ago, my opinion was that it was kind of woo woo and mystical and out there, and I didn't want anything to do with it. But I've come to realize that any kind of stillness is basically a meditation, mindfulness. And that's what today's intention is about stillness. Why it even matters is that we're constantly in response mode. There's so much information and uh, so much demand on our attention and response that our bodies, our nervous systems really need a pause now and then. And meditation or stillness, whether you want to call it meditation or just having a moment of stillness, of quiet, and it's not an absence of all thought. I don't even think that that's possible. It's it's a moment to not make decisions, to not ruminate, to not be productive, to not be fixing anything. It's just quiet. It's just stillness where we can have a moment to listen to our own intuition, our own wisdom. Um, when we don't give our nervous system a chance to settle in that way, we stay in that sort of fight or flight mode because we're always taking in information. Our brain, whether we realize it or not, is always trying to discern whether we're in danger, whether that input is a threat or not. So to give our nervous system a chance to just settle down, be quiet, activate our parasympathetic nervous system, which signals safety to our brains, we can regulate the cortisol levels, the stress hormone in our body. And it's really just overall healthier and better for our mental health and well-being, but also our biological physical health relies on that. If you are a creative, whether you're a writer or a content creator, or I think every human being is creative. However, we're always trying to problem solve on some level. And some of our greatest insights come after a moment of stillness and quiet. Some of the best answers to our questions, whether it's a problem we're trying to solve with home improvement or or any kind of a thing we're trying to figure out, some of the best clarity comes after we just let go and have a moment of stillness and regulate our nervous system and allow our parasympathetic nervous system to have a chance to signal safety to our body. But there isn't any just one way to do it either. We can be in stillness or meditation. I hesitate to use the word meditation because some people just feel like I did 30 years ago, like it's just too out there. But it's really just being still. You can do it while you're out walking, especially out walking in nature. You can just sit down and do some breathing exercises. You can just sit quietly in a silent room. How often do you allow yourself silence? We get in the car and we turn on the music. I often have music playing at home, but sometimes I just love to listen to the silence. I love that. And when you are out walking, one of my other favorite ways to practice mindfulness is you're out walking, especially in nature, and you can, well, I live on the coast, so sometimes I can smell the salt air. I can feel the wind on my face. I can hear the waves crashing or the birds chirping or seagulls screeching. Um, I can hear the sand and feel the sand crunching under my feet. I can see the rocks rolling in the waves. You know, there's so much that we can take note of that if we're always on our phone, or and I'm just as guilty um, of wanting to capture the moment on my camera or something, Sometimes we just need to put it away and just be present. And that's what mindfulness is. And that's what meditation can be. Um, so, breathing exercises, one of the things that I like to do is sort of like box breathing. And if you've never done it before, just start with a count of 4, breath in, count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, and release, exhale for a count of 4, and hold it for a count of 4. So it's in, hold, out, hold. And that's called box breathing. But as you get better at it and practice it a little more and more, you can increase the time. Maybe 6 seconds, breathe in, hold for 4, 8 seconds, breathe out. That's what I like to do. And when your exhale is a little longer than your inhale, you activate your parasympathetic system, and that signals to your body that you're safe, helps you fall asleep. It helps, it just helps regulate everything. And it's like a little mini vacation if you start practicing this and giving yourself 2 minutes. 5 minutes is great. 2 minutes is good. And it's like a little mini vacation from the world. So I highly recommend it. And I know what I was going to say. If you feel like you just never have that kind of time alone, maybe you have grandchildren or children around you all the time, you have to go to the bathroom, just sit in the bathroom an extra 2 minutes, and nobody knows what you're doing in there. Nobody's going to disturb you, and just do some breathing and think about what you can feel. How do your clothes feel on your body? How does the air feel on your skin? I'm getting a little woo woo here maybe, but I challenge you to try it because it's really addicting, actually. And so, no phone, no music, no input of any kind. Just let your thoughts come and go, because you will have thoughts when you're trying to be quiet. The harder you try to push your thoughts out, the more they'll come. But I did hear a meditation instructor say one time to just let them come. Don't try to fight it. Let thoughts come and go like a cloud, like a passing cloud, and you're observing it like a bystander, and you're getting curious and wondering, I wonder why that thought popped into my mind, and just let it come and go. And then return to your breath. Just start thinking about your breathing again. So feet on the floor, try to sit up as straight as you can and just breathe. First of all, just notice your breath. Don't try to change anything. Just notice it. And how is your breathing? Mine's usually shallow, very shallow breathing. I don't know why, but when I do that, I notice that I'm breathing very shallow, and then I can start to improve that and take some big, deep belly filling breaths, and feel good again. And so this is something that is a practice. It's not a perfect ever. It's a practice over and over again. Some days are easy, some days are really hard. But I encourage you to try it and to stick with it and to practice stillness, because it really is so important for our mental health and our peace and our biological health, our physical health as well. So today I will allow myself a moment of stillness, or moments, plural. Today I will allow myself moments of stillness. Please try it and let me know how it goes. Tomorrow I will be back again for another intention. Today's 23, 24 of 30, and tomorrow I'll be back for 25. Please join me, and I'll see you then. I'm Jelana. Bye for now.